Hey gorgeous souls, I hope you're having an awesome day. And of course, jumping in with live video today is or talking about when we feel other people's emotions, or when we take on other people's emotions. And if you are even the slightest bit sensitive, I know you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And often it can be really, really overwhelming. And particularly if A, it happens a lot, or B, you don't know what to do or how to actually stop this from occurring, it can be really, really overwhelming. And I remember certain times in my life when I have just wanted to turn off the switch in terms of flicking off the switch that is picking up on everybody else's stuff, or feeling what's going on with everybody else. And it can be really, really overwhelming when you're sensitive, and particularly if you are maxed out yourself. This can be really exhausting, and it can feel very, very depleting, and can often have us kind of shying away from social circumstances, or from actually really getting out and visiting with people or connecting with people, for that fear of, oh my gosh, if I go out in the world, or perhaps, it might even be so overwhelming that even when you go into the supermarket or other places like that as well, that it feels just really challenging sometimes to be in the world. And given everything that's going on at the moment, there are so many people that are healers, coaches, sensitives, empaths, really, really ultra sensitive people that are massively being impacted right now, both by mass consciousness, but also just on a day-to-day basis, feeling we've all got like a lot of intense stuff kind of coming up to work through and look at and heal at the moment, on a global level in humanity. And you may have noticed, the intensity for yourself personally, with different things arising, or just feeling like different challenges are kind of coming up. But particularly if you are extra tuned in to sensitive, to different things that are going on, or you do feel other people's emotions a lot, it is absolutely exhausting to be in this 24/7. And a lot of what's actually happening, or the other thing that can also occur, is also belly bloating. So if you're getting bloated within the belly, or you have a lot of digestive issues, or you're just sensing that, either you're running into doors, and when I say running into doors, as in, you go to walk through a doorway and your shoulder half hits it, or you go to sit down but you slightly miss the seat. All of these things are letting you know that you are completely ungrounded in the moment. What actually happens when we are ungrounded, when we're feeling overwhelmed with other people's emotions and lots of stuff going on, or you may have had the experience where you felt perhaps that you felt unsafe, or you felt devalued in some way, or felt that somebody was questioning your worthiness, or not validating you in the way that you felt, and for some reason or another you felt that you weren't feeling so secure or safe in the world to be you, or to be fully you. Any of those experiences where we can experience humiliation or shame or guilt, what actually happens is the root chakra contracts. And the root chakra is located at the perineum, just obviously near the genitals. And what actually happens when that contracts, our sacral and our solar plexus chakras blow open. And what this does is we end up absorbing a lot of other people's energies, a lot of their feelings, and you may find that it is very, very difficult to ascertain boundaries with other people. Either the boundaries that you try to set are completely ignored by others, meaning that they don't, like when you're like, yep, I've only got 10 minutes to talk, and they just keep talking over the top of you, and don't allow or respect your time, or when you've said, no, this doesn't actually feel okay for me, and people kind of either bulldoze you or railroad you, or you just find the same things keep happening or occurring, or you find it really difficult to put those boundaries in place, so to speak up for yourself, or to say what is or isn't okay for yourself. This is actually generally what's actually occurring, because the energies start to blend, so you don't know where you physically end or energetically end, and where somebody energetically or physically starts. And when I say physically, clearly, we can touch somebody's skin, so not necessarily on that physical level, but energetically and emotionally, you may not know where you end and where somebody else begins. And this is when it becomes very difficult to discern what are your feelings and what is somebody else's feelings. And we can often, attract a lot more of, particularly if you are empath type, or you feel things deeply, we can attract people in our lives that aren't necessarily, serving us or helping our energy thrive. And so all of these things actually occur when we experience trauma, or when trauma is re-triggered in our system. And when I use the word trauma, this is not to diminish or be dismissive of anybody that's experienced very, very difficult trauma in their life. However, any time or any experience that causes us to question our sense of lovability, our sense of worth, or our sense of value in the world is actually registered as a trauma within the brain. And it lodges in the subconscious mind, often with great intensity, and can often be re-triggered. So when a situation or a circumstance feels similar, then we can end up feeling that same trigger or that same emotional response again, which again makes the root chakra contract. And in order to get enough energy into the system, the body compensates by blowing open the sacral chakra, which is where we experience feelings as well. And the solar plexus chakra is our sense of will. It's a sense of I am. It's where we tend to define our own personality and our own identity as who we are. And within that solar plexus, when that is blurred, now our boundaries become blurred, because it's very difficult when you're feeling somebody else's pain to not actually want to take that on, or to not actually want to go and fix that or help them in some way. It is a natural instinct or a natural urge. When you're feeling it in your own body, you want to shift or change the situation. And often we can end up in fixer-rescuer type situations that don't necessarily serve or respect our energy. So it's really, really important to think about these things. If that is playing out for you, grounding is absolutely, certainly essential. But more importantly, what actually needs to happen is that trauma or that emotional pain that has been registered perhaps in the subconscious, you may not even be aware of it. Chances are you probably will be aware of it. But that actually needs to be looked at and healed. And often there can be a series of events that actually occur that keep these situations from, that keep these situations occurring again and again in our lives, because the whole time we're trying not to experience something again without actually healing the original trauma. We keep recreating the same experience, hoping it'll be different the next time. And for anybody that has dated the wrong person again and again, or ended up in a job where the same reoccurring thing happens, it might be a boss that's bullying you, or a situation or circumstance. This is where these things actually need to be looked at. If you have repeating patterns in your life that are not serving you, this is absolutely essential to take care of these things. And if you notice that these things are playing out, or you're having digestive issues, obviously it's not the only cause of digestive issues. I want to, make mention of that, of course. But on a very metaphysical level, it's also to do with the flow and the digestion and how easy it is for you to assimilate life. And if you've experienced large traumas, or experienced traumas that have really deeply impacted you, and again, the higher your level of sensitivity, the higher these traumas can register within your system as well. Where, if you're not able to assimilate life, or you keep recreating these similar patterns that keep showing up, then it's absolutely essential that these things are taken care of in order for you to have great well-being, great health, great vitality, as well as attract the relationships that are truly supportive for you into your life as well. Not only that, but being able to discern your own boundary, no longer tapping into everybody else's energy 24/7, which can be absolutely depleting and totally exhausting, or having people tap into your system and drain your energy as well. So all of those things are super, super important. Grounding is definitely the first step, but honestly, until those deeper traumas are really taken care of, then, grounding is really just a temporary band-aid. And so whilst it does help, certainly, it really is about challenging some of those things, about being fully yourself and embodying your body fully, having full occupancy in your body, as one of my dear friends and I were talking about the other day, and she was saying those words and I was like, yes, that is it exactly, where your full energy system is fully grounded in your body, and you feel safe, you feel confident in being you, you feel that you can be all of you, and be able to speak up for you, set those clear boundaries, have healthy, nurturing, mutually beneficial relationships. If that is not you, if that's not your current experience, please reach out to me. Let's have a conversation, see where you're at, see what's going on for you, and see if and how I might be able to help you move through those. I have some really incredible new training that I've been doing, and for myself personally, I've been getting incredible results. Certainly, I've done a lot of different things over the years. I've, done a lot of trainings in different modalities, but I am truly, truly excited by the ease and the flow with which this particular modality really helps to shift deep subconscious stuff at a very, very deep level. And my clients are, registering initially a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 response to certain situations or traumas in their life, and being able to bring that back to an absolute 0 by the end of the session is absolutely incredible as well. And, they're just feeling so much more peace, so much more calm, and noticing a big difference when they go back into their life, as well as, things playing out differently for them as well, or just a totally different feeling within them. So have an amazing day, guys. If this is you, if you're experiencing this, or perhaps you're a particularly sensitive person, or you notice you're very empathic and you don't know what to do with it, I know that feeling, and I know how overwhelming it can be. And that's also why I'm super passionate about sharing this information, particularly for all the sensitives in the world that are really experiencing high level intensity stuff at the moment, really allowing yourself to be supported in a way that is going to help you obviously go out and help others in a more powerful way is always helpful as well. So sending you all love. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.